Campbell Newman's maiden speech to Parliament has been overshadowed by his deputy, Jeff Seeney, abusing Labor over its campaign tactics. State political editor Cathy Border is at Parliament. And Cathy, the new government was fired up.
They were, Bill. Up until about an hour ago, I was going to stress that Jeff Seeney did steal the show, looking at Labor's last election campaign and how it focused on the Newman family finances. But then the Premier, Campbell Newman, came into the chamber when they were looking at the issue of if cost of living changes can actually be fast-tracked. The Premier said that he'd spoken to a commentator who told him that former Treasurer Andrew Fraser should be in jail. He stresses this wasn't his opinion, but you recall the outcry in February when then Premier Anna Bligh made a similar comment about Mr Newman, only the next day to admit she'd gone too far. First up today, though, the Premier's inaugural speech. He's in office but still had his maiden speech to do.
It's humbling to stand here today as the Premier and leader of the first ever LNP government. We are a can-do government, but we're also a must-do government.
The 38th Queensland Premier paying tribute to Sir Joh Bjelke-Petersen, and he said an overlooked Premier in Sir Frank Nicklin. Wife Lisa watched on.
To my best friend and the love of my life.
But it was the Deputy Premier who let loose, attacking Labor's election campaign targeting the Newman family finances.
It was unprecedented and it was disgusting.
After 14 years and finally sitting in the government benches, Jeff Seeney attacked his former Labor foes.
They have met the political fate that they so richly deserved.
But slipped up on his tribute to his wife.
32 years married, 34 years married, sorry about that.
First-timer Labor's Bill Byrne defending the ALP, but not some political tactics.
Vicious, nasty, loud and overly aggressive behaviour is always the signature of the intellectually or morally corrupt.
Then the first question time with the LNP in the government benches.
How many people are employed in the Queensland Public Service?
We actually don't know the real figure. You know why? Because of the shameless, poor and reckless financial management of the people, some of them who sit opposite.
One minister chuffed just to get a question.
Feeling pretty good about myself at the moment.
Vaughan Johnson asking his Premier how his own progress is going.
Yeah, I know this is a positive question. I know we'll get a positive answer.
This government is all about action.
Watch this space.
And there's no better way.
And already that space has become more interesting. We've had the first division and that said it all. All on one side of the chamber, all the government seats were taken. They had to be lined up right along the wall, standing up as well. Starkly on the other side, the 7 Labor seats, joined by way up the other end, the 2 Katter Party members. The LNP won that vote 77 votes to 9. It got worse for Labor with the next division. It was 77 to just 7 votes.
Your idea. All right, thank you, Cathy Border at State Parliament.